So Nigeria has qualified to the playoff of the World Cup, and I've seen a lot of people ask questions: how on earth did they manage to do it? Yeah, life is unfair, and sometimes you don't need to be the best to get an opportunity. So in this video, I'm going to explain why they managed to qualify. So first of all, because Eritrea withdrew from the World Cup qualifiers, CAF sent a message to all the teams, letting them know that at the end of the World Cup qualifiers, they will deduct the points that any team accumulated from the last ranked team in their group. So if you look at Ghana's group, for instance, any point that any team got against Chad will be deducted. And that is why Madagascar did not even stand a chance of being in the second best ranked teams, because Madagascar beats Chad in all two ways. So now let's come to how Nigeria managed to qualify. So if you look at Nigeria's group, the least ranked team in their group is Zimbabwe. Fortunately for Nigeria, they failed to beat them. They just had a draw against them. That clearly means that the accumulated point that Nigeria will have at the end of the qualifier, which is 17, they are going to lose only 2 points. And that saved them. Because they performed poorly against their least ranked team, it gave them a chance of being considered. And once they had 15 points, all they needed was to get good results against Benin. And fortunately for them, they managed to beat Benin by 4-0. That's the very first goal they scored, put them in the same pair with Burkina Faso, who had 15 points plus 6 goals. Unfortunately for Burkina Faso, they had already played their game, so they had no chance to get an opportunity to play. But Nigeria were motivated by the fact that they knew the results of Burkina Faso already, so they needed to score more goals. Once they scored more goals, it took their goal difference to +7, which automatically puts them ahead of Burkina Faso. So as of now, the second place team that have qualified is Gabon, who has 16 points plus 4 goals. There's Cameroon, who has 15 points plus 9 goals. And then there's Nigeria, who has 15 points plus 7 goals. As of now, we are left with DR Congo, who is yet to play. DR Congo has 13 points. They are playing against Sudan. If they manage to beat Kwesi Sudan, they go to 16 points. That puts them ahead of even Gabon. So now Nigeria are safe, I would say. They are going to the playoffs. Someone asked me, why did CAF decide to deduct points from other teams instead of deducting from only Eritrea's group? Well, that is life. I don't really know the reason why they did that. CAF may answer it later. But in most cases, life is like that. Sometimes you don't need to be the best to get an opportunity. And Nigeria qualifying for the playoff is a classic example of how life is not fair, and how sometimes you don't even need to be good to get opportunities. Let me know what you think about this. So this is why Nigeria managed to qualify to the playoff. But mind you, the playoff, Nigeria has to go and play the playoff among the Africans. And then after that, they have to go and meet other countries from other continents to qualify. So it's a long journey, but at least now you have a chance to qualify. And for Ghanaians, we will say agenda delayed is not agenda denied. Bye-bye.